Corrado,
Yeah.
who's not only a great drummer but also our martial arts instructor.
Amazing. Happens.
He teaches both me and Alex Kali and Silat and other stuff, and we jam all the time, and we've become really good friends.
Yes, we have.
We hang out at the Inosanto Academy, and we also hang out here at the Way and No Way, which is our friend Reza's place.
Yep.
And so I wanted to ask you some questions too, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When did you start playing drums, and why did you start?
When I was real little, my sister Marie, she started playing the drums for some reason. And that lasted about a month, and then they went into the attic. So we moved into a new house when I was 11, and for some reason I went up into the attic, and they pulled the drum set. It was called the US Mercury Pro. That was the name of the drum set. It was, you know the silver flake, not the small flakes, but it almost looks like shale.
Yeah,
It's very traditional, like coating.
yeah, like a silver sparkle.
Same size kit as that, but I don't even think the cymbals were made out of brass, because after like a month or so of me just hitting as hard, as fast, and as long as I could, the cymbals were all wobbly and beat up and stuff. So then my mom made me wait until I was 16 to take lessons, because she wanted to make sure, because she had my other sisters that started, playing guitar and stuff and didn't follow through with it. So she wanted me to make enough noise for as long as possible to see if I really wanted to do it. So 5 years later, she found
That's a long time.
She found Sonny Igo in Emerson, New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah. And then she said, I want you to study with him, because she always wanted me to be a drummer. She was into the big band and stuff like that.
Legendary drummer Sonny Igo, New York.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace. I think he just passed away last year or something like
Yeah,
Yeah.
old school
Wow,
teacher.
Great foundation right there.
that. Yeah.
Amazing.
1980.
1980.
He was,
Wow.
I thought he was so old. He was 60 when I met him. I was like, wow, I hope he lives until I get out of high school. So senior year comes around, and someone tells me about Berklee College of Music. All right, I'll give it a shot.
Boston, yeah.
So I got denied, because if it wasn't for my girlfriends in high school, I'd still be in high school, because I was such a bad student. I wasn't dumb, I just was lazy. So
I know the feeling.
yeah. So I got denied from every single school that I applied
I know the
to.
feeling.
Every single school. And Berklee accepted me, but they said that I don't have enough music theory background. So if my music teacher at school, at high school, would spend the summer tutoring me, they'd accept me into the program that fall. And so I went to my father. I said, Dad, I want to go to Berklee College of Music, blah, 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 blah. And he's this old school Sicilian guy. He's like, you're not going to no music school. What are you talking about? So he goes across the street and talks to one of our neighbors. He's like, there's these kids today.
One of your neighbors.
I'm talking like my father now. He was passed away last year.
Right.
But the rest is soul. So he goes, these kids today wants to go to some music school, Berklee College of Music. And my neighbor was also a very prominent businessman. He goes, Berklee College of Music? Wow, that's an amazing school. My father came back and goes, you're going to Berklee.
Wow.
And I went to school with, who's there? Bradford Marcellus was there.
No way.
Yep. Will Calhoun from Living Color lives across the hall.
Yeah.
Bunch of guys. I told you guys that story about the time, because back then we didn't have cell phones, as you recall. There was a payphone in the hallway. And the phone would ring, and if your mother or somebody would call, someone would pick up the phone and say, all right, what room are they in? They go get you. So one day I'm wandering the halls, the phone rings, I answer the phone. Hi, can I speak to so-and-so in room 80, I didn't even forget the guy's name, 80 something. I said, yeah, sure, who's calling? Quincy Jones. I said, okay, hang on a second. Put the phone down. Now, I'm such an 18-year-old idiot. I have no jazz background whatsoever. I didn't even know who Chick Corea was when I got there. I showed up with a 24-inch bass drum to a jazz school, and everyone's like, who the hell is this guy? I had hair down here. I go knock on the guy's door. The door opens up as these 4 African-American guys are in the room with their horns, and said, some guy named Quincy Jones is on the phone looking for, so-and-so. And everyone gets all excited. I'm like, why aren't you excited? I'm like, who the hell is Quincy Jones? He goes, what are you doing at this school?
Tell me about Manny's. How long were you at Manny's? And
Manny's.
This is like a legendary thing.
I was at Manny's for the good times.
Yeah.
It was 1992 to 1995-ish, and Manny's was the drum shop of the world. And Marco Sicoli was there, and Steve Arnold was running it, and it was me and Pete and Alfredo. He drove and a couple other guys, and we were the guys. like everyone in the country, you know, we had every single drummer in the world because of Marco, of course. And then Kel Yuta would come in. You came in a couple of times. I didn't know you, but you came in a couple of times. Lars from Metallica would come in. You name it, they'd come in. And what you had to do as a drummer, Marco would bring you in, introduce you to everybody, then take you into the drum room, and you have to do shot of grappa.
That's right.
Because Marco kept the grappa in the cymbal room up in the back. And everyone came in and we'd drink their grappa and we'd laugh and stuff and tell stories and that type of thing. So that was awesome. That was an awesome time. It was a great time to be at Manny's.
I joined the Unisanto Academy, and then shortly after I joined, Michael Tiratira asked me if I knew Alex, because he plays drums at the academy, because Guru Dan's a drummer, and so we started playing a little bit over there. I didn't quite know you yet.
No, we just kind of met.
Yeah.
I remember the first night I went, and I signed up to. I went with my wife, with Diana, and Guru came to me. Said, "Are you gonna play?" I said, "No, actually, I want to start taking some classes."
And the rest is history. Talk about one thing about to wrap it up, guys. Can you guys talk about drumming in relationship to martial arts?
For my age, I'm in great shape.
Your body's changed a lot.
Yeah, my body has changed.
It has.
And you know, learning how to breathe, how do you say, breathe
Yeah.
properly, you know, and like the muscle memory is still like when we do the female and the male, you know, triangle and all that, and then you know doing the calis, you know, all that stuff is really an incredible dance. I mean, you know, really it takes some coordinations, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning, so when I was there, the first year, the first 6 months, it was like, I told my wife, I said, I don't know if I can do this. She said, keep going, just keep going. And Michael took me to see Renee many times until we got here. And with you, Corrado, you shape us, you shape me big time because you break things, you know, this way, that way, that. Ooh.
Well, Guru moves really fast.
Yeah.
And if I was there by the time you guys showed up. I was already been there for like 6 or 7 years. So I had gone through my trials and tribulations, like what the hell is going on?
Yeah, right.
You know?
So
and I had studied privately for a year in New York with a guy named Victor Velez, a dear friend of mine.
Yeah.
So I had private lessons with him.
Great.
So it was an easy transition going from drums to, 2 sticks, hit things, okay, piece of cake. So it was easy, but then using footwork,
right?
And I was like, good Lord, what the hell is this all about? Because drumming is all stationary.
Exactly.
Right? But now you're talking about moving an object and moving your body and evading and all kinds of other stuff, and it just became crazy. But the way it opened up the synapses and stuff, it actually made my drumming better because
there you go.
Before I was taking martial arts, I wasn't listening as much. Like when we play together, I listen more as an ensemble. I listen to what's going on. But before that, I was in like my own little microcosm. I just listened to what I was doing.
Right.
But when I get to Kali, and after I started doing Kali and I started playing the drums, I actually started listening to my body, listening to what's going on with the foot in relationship to the hand, and when Alex is over here and hearing everything, I can't explain how it happened, but it opened up something in my mind that brought an immediate maturity that I never had.
That has helped me a lot. To not look at the drum. Sometimes we have the tendency to look at what we're playing, or now because he plays like that too. When he does Kali like that, he plays like that. He doesn't look at the drums. So that really opened me, and my time, like you said, believe me, my time.
I think it's awareness. That's probably the best word to use.
That's what it is. Congas, it's like drumming, a little harder because you really it's almost like boxing.
Okay.
When you play congas.
And you're hitting something with your body as opposed to having.
Yeah, the congas, in the academy, I kind of. These are a little better.
These are live. The ones at the academy you have to work on.
Really have to play that thing, man. But that prepares my upper body for the silat.
That makes sense.
A lot of.
Right? I think there's the drumming has natural healing properties.
Right.
It's meditative. The sound, you get a sound bath. You're moving. Stress goes down. And then it's a good warm-up. It's almost like our warm-up before we hit the mat for the Silat class. Whenever I drum, I feel like All right, I'm ready to work out now. You know? Can I say your age?
Of course.
This man's 71 years old.
I know. 20 years older.
You look younger than all the drummers who are 30 years younger than you.
Thanks to you guys, man.
Yeah.
You are my personal trainers here.
All right, guys. Well, that's about it for today.
Excellent.
So
Awesome job, man.
that's drummers getting donuts.
Thanks, Mikey.